Most ecom brands are losing customers if they've already won. And the worst part is they're doing it to themselves. They've got flows running, discounts going, winbacks firing, but the brands growing LTV month over month consistently are not doing more of that. They're doing something completely different. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 retention mistakes that are quietly pushing your customers away and kneecapping your LTV without you even realizing it. We've fixed every single one of these mistakes across dozens of 7 and 8 figure brands. One supplement brand went from under 300K a year to over 7.2 million using the retention framework we built around these exact fixes. So stick around for mistake number 4 because it's the one almost every brand makes and almost nobody talks about. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, treating all repeat buyers the same. You have a customer retention flow running right now, but it's probably making your customer churn problem worse. Most brands assume that as long as something is running, they are covered. One flow, one message, one discount sent to every repeat buyer on the list. But here's the mistake that is silently killing your LTV. A customer on their second order is not the same as a customer on their 5th, 6th, or even 7th order. The relationship with your brand and your product is completely different. Their objections are different. Their buying behavior is different. When you send the same message to both of them, you're having the wrong conversation with all of them. The fix is very simple, but most brands never do it. Segment by order count, not engagement status, not purchase frequency, order count. Because order count tells you exactly where a customer is in their journey and exactly what conversation needs to happen next so that they come back and buy again. One message for every repeat buyer is not a retention strategy. It's a placeholder that's pushing more customers away than bringing them back. Mistake number 2, discounts without addressing objections. Stop sending discounts the moment a customer is at risk of churning. When you lead with a discount every time a customer is about to walk out the door, you are training them to wait for one or leave earlier. You're also ignoring the actual reason they stop buying. Here's the thing about discounts. They only work when price is the primary objection, and price isn't always the primary objection. A customer who still has products sitting at home does not need a 20% off coupon. They need you to acknowledge that they probably have not run out yet and give them a reason to order anyway, like maybe trying a different product in a different category. A customer who is bored of the same product does not need a discount. They need variety. They need something new. They need to feel like the brand is evolving with them as they solve their problems with your products. Before you write a single word of retention copy or design an email, ask one simple question. What is actually stopping this customer from buying right now at this specific order moment? Answer that question first, then decide if a discount is even necessary. Discounts without context are not retention. They're just margin that you keep giving away for free. Mistake number 3, flows that try to win back the churn customer. Here's a retention mistake that nobody wants to admit that they're making. Most brands build win back flows, sure, but almost no brand builds flows that stop customers from leaving in the first place. By the time a customer is fully lapsed, the conversation is 10 times harder. The relationship has already gone cold and the habit has been broken. And whatever they were buying from you, they have probably found somewhere else to get it from. The brands with the highest LTV are not reactive or waiting for this moment. They are proactive in getting ahead of it. They are talking to customers at every single order, right after the purchase while the customer is warm. Then again, when the repurchase window is approaching, then again when the customer starts showing signs of going cold. Not necessarily in each of those cases to push a sale, but to have a conversation, to address the objection before it becomes a reason to leave. The win-back flow is not a retention strategy. It is a last resort. And if that is all you have built, you are always playing catch up and losing the game most of the time. Build flows that catch customers before they go cold. That is where retention actually happens. Mistake number 4, never finding what we call your loyalty threshold line. Most brands have no idea what order number turns a buyer into a loyal customer. And without that number, you have no finish line to aim your flows at. Every brand has a loyalty threshold, the exact order number where churn slows or stops and revenue holds or even grows. For some brands, it's order number 4. For others, it's order 6. Sometimes it's order 10. But it exists in your cohort data right now, and it is the most important number in your entire retention strategy. So here's how to go about finding it. Pull your cohort data. Look for the order number where revenue per cohort stops declining and flattens or even grows. That is your number. That is the finish line every single retention flow you build should be pointing toward and trying to achieve. Once you have it, everything gets simple. You are not trying to retain customers forever. You're trying to get every customer to that one number as fast as possible. Because the majority of customers who reach this number of orders become, in most cases, loyal repeat buyers. Without this number, you are building flows in the dark and assuming that customers will stick around forever. Most don't. Find your loyalty threshold first, build everything toward it, and meet the customer where they're at with the right message. Mistake number 5, pitching subscription models too late. A lot of brands pitch subscription like it's a reward for loyalty. Prove you love us first, then we'll offer you a better deal. A lot of brands wait until order 4, 5, or even 6, or even never to make a serious subscription push. By that point, the customer has already built a transactional habit. They buy when they want, they skip when they do not, And converting them to subscription at that stage is an uphill battle for every single brand. Here's what the data shows after doing this for a decade, and this is what brands are doing. The earlier the brand introduces the subscription, the higher conversion rate into it typically is, because early order customers are still forming habits. They have not decided how they buy from you yet. That window is your best opportunity to shape that behavior in your favor. Start at order number 2, not as a hard pitch, as a soft introduction. Show them the math, make it easy to say yes, then reinforce it at every single order from there on with more urgency each time. Every order a customer places without being on subscription is recurring revenue you're leaving behind. Start early, push consistently, and treat subscription as a thread through your entire retention system, not just one campaign you run once and hope that people find it later. Mistake number 6, ignoring the experience objection. Here's a potential mistake hiding in plain sight that almost nobody is talking about. Most brands obsess over price objections and product objections or timing objections. They build flows around cost and quality and trust, but as customers get closer to the loyalty threshold or even pass it, a completely different objection emerges. Boredom, routine fatigue, feeling like just another transaction, wanting variety, wanting to feel seen as a loyal customer rather than just an order number, buying again. And most brands have zero flows built for this because they do not even know it exists or they just willfully ignore it. This is what we call the experience objection, and it shows up hardest right before your loyalty threshold when customers are closest to becoming loyal and repeat buyers. Use things like variety packs, bundles, early access to new products, handwritten thank you moments, VIP treatments that makes the customer feel like the brand knows who they are and they are a part of the mission and purpose. These are not nice to haves, they are retention tools. And for customers approaching your loyalty threshold, they are often the difference between staying and continuing to buy and quiet quitting your brand. Build for the experience objection and you close the gap that discounts can and never will fill. Mistake number 7, measuring the right metrics. You could fix every mistake in this video and still think your retention is broken because most brands are measuring the wrong things or not the entire picture. For example, open rates tell you if your subject line works. Click rates tell you if your creative landed. Neither of them tell you if the right customer got the right message at the right time and came back to buy again. Brands optimize for email performance and wonder why repeat purchase rate never actually moves. Here's the metric that actually matters to brands. Order to order conversion rate by cohort. What percentage of customers who placed order 2 went on to place order 3? What percentage of customers who placed order 3 went on to place order 4? Tracked cohort by cohort over time. This metric is what tells you exactly where your retention system is working and exactly where it is failing. It tells you which flow needs to be built or optimized, which message needs to be rewritten, and which objection is not being addressed. Everything else is a distraction to the fact that we need to convert more people. Measure properly so you know where to focus your effort next inside your retention system. So there are the 7 mistakes killing your LTV right now inside of your e-commerce brand. Treating all repeat buyers the same, discounting without addressing the real objection, building flows only after customers have already left, never finding your loyalty threshold, pitching subscription too late, ignoring experience objection, and measuring the wrong metrics. So fix these 7 things and your retention system stops being a cost center and starts being the most profitable part of your entire brand. If you want this built for you and for your brand, you can hit the link below and book a call. If this video helped you, like this video, subscribe, and look for more videos every single week where we help e-com brands in health, wellness, and lifestyle scale marketing profitably.